welcome to SUNS TV, coming to you from the Botanica Gardens at Mount Tambourine in the Gold Coast hinterland. Well, today we tackle the Melbourne Football Club at the G in round 19 of the Toyota AFL Premiership. But first, we have a huge show. Here's what's ahead. We check in with SUNS CEO Travis Auld, chat with the Cannon Trent McKenzie, and make you a reporter on the social network. The Social Network, it's the segment where we invite you to interview your favourite players or even the coaches. Here's how it works. Simply email your question along with your name and the player or coach you want to interview to digital@goldcoastfc.com.au. It's the same deal if you follow on Facebook or Twitter. Simply send in your questions and the boys or coaches will answer them on next week's show. And of course, remember, if you can't make it to the game, you can still be a part of the game day action by chatting with us on Facebook or at Gold Coast FC using the hashtag AFL Demons Suns. Every kid playing AFL footy dreams of running onto the hallowed turf of the MCG, and today the Suns get to do just that as they take on Melbourne. Here's Bluey with Talking Tactics.
We've coached them all season, we've won one game, we've looked dangerous in maybe 4 or 5 other games to half-time, to three-quarter time, and we've let those games slip. But I think the message again after the weekend is, if you sustain that pressure that you delivered to Sydney for a half and delivered to the next side for 3 quarters or for 4 quarters, you're going to give yourself a good chance of winning, and that's regardless of who you're playing, whether they're on top of the ladder or the bottom of the ladder. And we know where we're at, but if we bring that pressure like we did to Sydney, well, you're going to force yourself on the contest and give yourself a chance to winning. So regardless of the next 2 weeks, I think it's regardless of the rest of the season, we got 5 opportunities. If we can sustain our effort, sustain our intensity, we're going to give ourselves a good chance to win most games.
Now takes a run, goes for a gallop, kicks it long. Lynch in good position, couldn't take the mark, got it out the back again. Matera around the corner, he's got it.
The boys, they totally understand where we've been at as far as the level of the pressure we've been putting on sides, Richmond and Brisbane and the Kangaroos and those type of sides, Geelong, and then the level that Sydney bring to the table. And we were certainly 1 or 2 points off their level of intensity. We've got to start with the basics, our contested footy, our tackle pressure, and our ability to move the ball quickly. That's not going to change from this game to the rest of the season.
Long kick, Smith, the big ruckman floated down, good pair of hands.
Each week during the season, we put together a collection of quality performances, and we want you to choose your Host Plus Quality Performer of the Week. Jump onto our Facebook page, vote for either A, B or C to be in the running to score yourself an awesome Gold Coast Suns prize pack. And remember, if you're looking for a quality industry super fund, just contact our foundation partner, Host Plus. Rightio, time now for Suns Gold.
Just shows a bit of speed. He's got Smith on long, the big man at the back. One grab, should have been a free kick, it is. He goes off the ground with arrogance and he pops it through for number 2. Goes for a gallop, kicks it long. Lynch in good position, couldn't take the mark. Got it out the back again. Matera around the corner, he's got it.
And a bit of reward for effort, which keeps them mentally in the game as well as on the scoreboard.
Suns can win out here through numbers. Here's Liam Patrick, subbed into this game, decides to go for a gallop. Couple of bounces, make that 3. Needing some excitement here, the Suns. Patrick gets it back. A little bit better here, Jono, taking the game on inside 50. Wonderful play.
Well, but there's player of the day, whether he kicks the goal or not. Great to see from your young players. Take on the tackler, carry the ball. That was a fantastic play from Liam Patrick.
It off on the left, cramp for space, still got plenty on it, won't go all the way, thumped to the line. Brennan just got a toe on it, Jared Brennan, and hallelujah.
Great work though from Jared Brennan to get the lucky ball over the back, but to get a toe to it.
Hey, you're watching SUNS TV! Woo!
Got Maverick Weller here talking about the Olympics, mate. You're a pretty solid sort of unit, power athlete, I'd say. What would be your go? Shot put, discus? Joshy, talking about the Olympics on favourite sons, and what better person to talk to than yourself? Obviously not far off getting in the high jump team, I hear. Can you tell us a bit about that, or are you a bit shy?
I was 2 centimetres off making a big qualifier for high jump, so yeah, close but no cigar.
You know, you're a pretty solid guy, and you look like you could throw the put a fair way.
I used to do a bit of athletics when I was younger.
And what was your favourite event?
Hurdles.
Hurdles?
Yeah, back then.
Do you know anyone competing from Australia?
There's no Aussies over there because no one made the height, so...
So you were it. You were the closest one.
Well, you can I guess you could say that.
Now we know you've got a bit of toe and you fancy yourself a bit of a sprinter. Would 100 metre be your event if you were to partake in the Olympics?
Yeah, I reckon 100 metres. Any further, I'd probably run out of gas.
What's your favourite event?
Probably the equestrian.
Favourite event, probably the 1500.
It's the blue ribbon event.
It is, isn't it? Growing up watching, Kieran Perkins, Daniel Kowalski.
The horses, mate, they're unsung heroes. You don't hear a word out of them. They just go about their business.
Obviously, Grant Hackett.
Would it be unreasonable to see the horse actually presented with the gold? I mean,
well, I think that's something that needs to be brought up, Big Dog. I think you're the man to do it. And for too long now, horses have gone unappreciated.
What are you looking forward to watching? Gymnastics?
Yeah, a bit of a fan actually.
Yeah, I'm serious. I do enjoy watching the gymnastics. I admire their physiques.
You're a creep, mate.
Yeah. What's the most useless event or the least favourite of yours at the Olympics?
Yeah, probably the equestrian.
For the very latest news and information and to access brand new Suns TV content every day, just head to goldcoastfc.com.au. You can check out 2012 membership options, player profiles, detailed coach interviews, plus heaps more. If you're a fan of Facebook, make sure you like our Gold Coast Suns Facebook page. It opens up a whole new world of competitions and chances to win exclusive Facebook prizes. If you're looking to immerse yourself in the game day conversation, simply follow at Gold Coast FC and include our match day hashtag each week to get in the game.
AFL has exploded at club level right across Queensland, and at the heart of junior development is the promotion of a healthy and active lifestyle. That's the focus of today's Spotlight on Community.
We're just at Carrara Saints Junior Footy Club.
Suns rock!
School holidays, so a few of the boys have come out just to spend a bit of time with the kids and promote the footy club and also the game.
Out there, right out there. To the right.
Oh, nice.
We love doing this and get down. I think a few of the boys gone to other clubs, but the more people we see here, the better. Whether it's just a handful or like we've got tonight, a good turnout. So always good to see.
Quick! Get it!
Mav, I think he's with the older boys tonight. And then you got Gaz with the big crowd around him over there, so he's taking a bit of the action off us. And then myself just doing a bit of contested marking, as you can see, getting shown up by the kids. Oh, good one. And that's about it.
The results on field haven't been great so far this year, but it's good that the kids are coming out and also that the parents are bringing the kids along to support us.
I'm Aaron Hall and I'm Liam Patrick and you're watching Suns TV.
Experience the passion and excitement of Australia's biggest sporting event, the Toyota AFL Grand Final, with one of many amazing packages. Book now for accommodation, flights, or simply a Toyota AFL Grand Final ticket package, including your choice of seat for the game's biggest day. For all the details, visit goldcoastfc.com.au/grand final.
Suns CEO Travis Auld is usually a pretty hard man to tie down. After all, he is running a football club. But hey, this is Suns TV and we can get to anyone we want.
We knew that the second year would be quite a difficult year for us, and we planned it to be the case. And it certainly has turned out to be a difficult year, certainly on field. But what was important is we didn't waste that year, our second year, and we haven't wasted it at all. We've put a lot of games into our younger players, and we started to see the emergence and I suppose the fruits of that with players like Harley Bennell, Luke Russell, seeing Charlie Dixon start to play some really good footy now. And as a team, we've got 4 or 5 weeks of really good momentum. And in many ways, I suppose, the last 4 or 5 weeks of our season are really the start of 2013. We're a Queensland club, and we need to provide a vehicle for talented Queenslanders who aspire to be an AFL footballer. And really pleasingly this year we had 2 debutants out of our academy. We had Alex Sexton play his first game early in the year. I think it was against the Bulldogs in Darwin, a great debut. And then we had Josh Hall make his debut in Cairns, and that was a wonderful story. Josh is from Townsville, and he just took the game up not long ago. His actually first game of AFL he ever saw was year 1 against the Tigers. So 12 months later there he is playing that game.
Chance here for Josh Hall, his first kick in AFL football. If he gets free, he had speed, he got within 50, unselfishly kicks it across the face of goal. Well done.
Membership to AFL clubs and membership to the Gold Coast Suns is probably our lifeblood, and we're owned by our members. It's their club. It's not my club, it's not the players' club. We're here to represent our members, and so important that if you're supporting the football club, if you can be a member in some way, you can be a non-match day member, you can be a match day member. We have 3 game memberships, we have a 15 flexible pack. We understand that not everyone can get to every game, but we really implore all our supporters to become a member of their club to demonstrate their support, and in many ways make sure that we're a healthy, sustainable club going forward. And we've had our first win this year, but the big one is we haven't had a win in front of our home fans here at Metricon Stadium. It's going to be an amazing day. Next week I think we've got a great opportunity against Greater Western Sydney here on Saturday. And look, I'd ask all our fans, anyone who's ever been to a game who supports the Suns, come along. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity to actually get in, and hopefully, I know one thing our players want to do is deliver a win to our fans, and they're going to be doing everything possible to do so.
Yeah, thanks for the question. I think definitely it feels a bit better than last year. Obviously, inaugural season, and this year a big pre-season. Our bodies are coping a bit better with it. In saying that, though, it's still pretty tough, and we have to make sure that we're doing everything that we can get up each week. So, yeah, thanks for your question.
Yeah, thanks for your question. I feel pretty good this year. I think our conditioning's been a lot better than it has last year. Obviously, it's a tough season still, the bodies get sore and we have to manage it during the week, but overall I think as a team we've improved our conditioning and we're ready for the rest of the season.
Thanks for your question. It's important to note that the difference that Arizona has made to a lot of the boys this year. Obviously we went away and started last pre-season compared to the year before where we didn't go away and have the grueling pre-season training trip. So I think at this stage of the year it's really important. A lot of boys are really, I suppose, taking advantage of Arizona. This is when it starts to kick in. 3/4 of the way through the year, and it'll hold us in good stead to finish off the season.
Oh, hi Taj, thanks very much for the question. So Sunday we'd have recovery at Kurrawa early in the morning to get them going. Monday looks like recovery again in the morning where we get them moving, do some mobility, get them to touch the footies. Tuesday's a full day here at the club, probably 9 hours worth of work for the day. Involves coaches meetings, line meetings, touch, mobility, yoga, stretching, hypoxic work, which means altitude training, all those types of things. Wednesday's our main training day, which is skills and then strength in the afternoon. Thursday day off. Friday touch before the weekend's game, and Saturday into the game. So a very full week. Thanks very much for the question, and look forward to hearing some more questions from you soon.
If you're planning a trip to Metricon Stadium, then the new MegaFan app is a powerful friend. The free MegaFan app is the essential insider's guide to all 9 major Queensland venues, including Metricon Stadium. You can check stadium maps and seating plans, view transport options for each venue, keep an eye on live scores, view stadium food and drink menus, and purchase tickets online. You can even view great sporting moments from each stadium. MegaFan, where Queensland comes to life.
I'm Nathan Bock and you're watching Suns TV.
Hit up the Gold Coast Suns online store to secure your official Suns merchandise and memorabilia at the best possible price. 2012 adult Guernseys are now just $100, but only at the Suns online store. You can find it on the homepage at goldcoastfc.com.au. Looking for a present with a difference? Why not check out the Gold Coast Suns customised range, exclusive to the Suns online store. Personalise your Sharon, a coffee cup, notebook, even your very own supporters scarf and fan banner. Check out the entire range online and make sure you stand out in the crowd at the next Gold Coast Suns home game.
Sydney are a very well-drilled unit. They're throughout their club. They've got a great culture and they play the game, play the percentages. They're not unlike a few of the better teams in the competition that I've been used to being part of, and certainly you learn some lessons playing against them. I think our reserves, I thought we were well in the game for the majority of it. In fact, in the second quarter we started to take control of it. Sydney kicked the last 5 of that half and got a lead they probably shouldn't have had by half-time the way our guys had gone. I thought on the back of that, a poor last quarter where we got run over really, 8 goals to 4. But I really thought that our method and our process on the weekend, defensively and offensively, was a lot better. What we didn't do, which Sydney did, was finish our work. We just didn't quite finish with the last handball, last kick hitting a target. They got goals on turnover, and the better team is the one who takes advantage of the opposition's errors most of the time. It's good to see him start to get his hand on the footy, start to take some marks around the ground. He's got a big body too, and big frame, and he probably just hasn't learnt to really use that in terms of his contest, and then in terms of his ability to run. He's quite an athlete too if he wants to be, so I think he's starting to get there, and he had his best game for the club, which is good. Aaron Hall is definitely a player who just looks like an AFL player at the NAFL level, and he probably got a hold of a lot of footy, but unfortunately at about 60 to 70% effectiveness, he just kept giving the ball back a little bit. But the stuff that he did do when he did have the footy and used it well was at AFL standard, I think. And Sam Miles continues to improve on a few things we've challenged him with. He played a bit of a small forward role as well as up on the wing a bit and in the midfield, and it really looked likely in those areas, and he had to do a couple of roles for us as well on a couple of dangerous Sydney players, and did those for the team, which I thought was a new box for him to tick. But I think the reserves are on a well-earned break in a way. There'll soon be a few guys pushing, hopefully, for the last couple of games in the seniors to round off the season, but certainly I think the NAFL has a good way of giving you 3 buys during the year, particularly with a young squad, and the rest of the teams are pretty young anyway, so I think it works well. I think our guys will get a rest, and then we'll try and win one of our last 2 games and hopefully play in the finals.
It's a hand pass across to support. The long kick comes from McKenzie. Gee, that's why they do that. That is powerful, and he puts it through for a goal.
Yeah, it's been pretty different, I suppose. The first year we just kind of went out there and played and got the rhythm of the game, but this year's more towards the structures and finding out how each other play. We've had a good month of footy, so we'll take plenty of confidence out of that. And yeah, playing Sydney top side on the weekend, we took it up to them to a half, so hopefully we can do that for a lot longer this week, and yeah, hopefully get the 4 points.
Well, in round 2 it was 21 goals to 7. In round 11, it's 21 goals to 7.
I think just effort. The contested footy and tackles was what we pride ourselves on after that St Kilda game, and I think the boys really delivered in that area. So if we continue that, I'm sure we'll finish off the season.
The ex-Hawk decides to just pop it up nice and high to the 40. Dixon to fly! Big Dixon goes up and takes a great mark in front of goal.
Well, towards the start of the season, I had a stress fracture in my knee, missed most of the pre-season, and found it hard, I suppose, catching up to the rest of the boys at the start. So I suppose now I played a few games and starting to get that fitness and form back, which is good.
The Suns, McKenzie slips a hand pass to Shaw, back to McKenzie. He runs.
Well, that's another edition of Suns TV all wrapped up. But remember, you can get involved in the game day conversation right now on Facebook and Twitter. And if you're visiting the Gold Coast, definitely try to get up here to Tambourine Mountain and experience the green behind the Gold Coast. The quaint village lifestyle of the hinterland, with its accommodation, wineries, restaurants and boutique shops, make it a perfect destination for either a weekend away or a day trip. For more info, check out the Tambourine Mountain website. Thanks for watching, have a great weekend and enjoy the game.